Hello and welcome to a new episode of Age of History 2, and today we'll be playing the new Crusaders mod I'm working on. So, first of all, this is very close to release, so click the subscribe button and click the notification bell, because in the matter of like 1 or 2 days maximum, I'm gonna release this. So if you want to play this, absolutely do what I said. And now let's just get into it. So the Crusaders mod, as I explained in my last trailer video, is a mod focused on the Crusader age, or more likely like the medieval ages. The Crusader mod has one main scenario and one minor scenario, and the main scenario is 1204. 1204 has over 430 countries and has a bunch of new features, new entries, new things to do, and we'll be looking at them in today's video. Today we'll be playing on fan favorites, one of the states that can reform the Byzantine Empire, and it is the Nicene Empire, which you can see here, since in 1204, after the Fourth Crusade, which was one that came from Italy and went all the way to the Balkans, because there was like a mix-up where the Venetians paid the Crusaders to not go into the Jerusalem area, but instead go to Constantinople, and they ransacked Constantinople and they created the Latin Empire, a Catholic state in Greece, which ruled over a bunch of territories here. As you can see, they have quite the amount of vassals. Well, the other part of the Byzantine Empire didn't lose Constantinople, so they claimed they were the Byzantines, but they weren't really. But they were still the same dynasty, so that's why that is the Nicene Empire, the Orthodox part of the Byzantine Empire. And today we'll be playing as the Nicene Empire and showcasing their mission tree, because this mod I'm working on, has missions. And yeah, so this is how we look at the start. We have one great city, which is the great city of Nicaea, and we have like 6 provinces of our de facto territories, and then we have 3 vassal states, which are Samos, which is a duchy, Amastris, which is a county, and we have the Rhodes, which is another county. Our rank is basically the best rank we could probably have, which is Empire, which gives us a bunch of bonuses, which makes a relatively small state quite a valuable one. And we can form, as I said, the Eastern Roman Empire. But in this video we'll be looking at the mission tree, which basically allows you to form one way easier and in a different way, and even with a different like sprite, stuff like this. So let's put our points all in administration and military upkeep as usual, which is probably the best way to go at this. As you can see, since we're an empire, we have a bunch of additional taxes we can have, but let's take the investment first and reduce the goods, and then as you can see, this goes all the way up, even up to 900 ducats a month. So that figures that out, and we start with just 150 troops. As you can see, our city is Nicomedia, which is like our second capital. Actually, our capital should be Nicaea, since we're the Nicene Empire. The city of Nicaea starts like on the other side of the Dardanelles, which is this little sea here. Anyways, let's see our first mission. Emperor of Nicaea, Mission 1. The first and foremost objective of the Emperor of Nicaea is to restore the Byzantine Empire. However, the time is not ripe for strike at the Crusaders, which are the ones in the Latin Empire. First, we need to grow our population and economy, build farms in the provinces of the Empire, and increase the overall economy to 15,000 to complete this mission. Understood. So that's our first objective, basically. It's a mission, but it's similar to an objective. The main difference between objectives and missions is that missions are way more relaxed, because you don't need to do them to progress the game. You can go and be sandbox and do the sandbox stuff, just do what you want, and they don't have an end date, so you can do it whenever, basically. So, farms and economic prosperity. We start with just 6,000 economy, which is probably not very good, but if we start gaining some money and if we keep the relations high with our neighbors, we shouldn't have many troubles. Already you can see that the Latin Empire has made us their enemy, and we're getting a lot of notifications here. As you can see, the UI is completely remade, is the one of ck2, basically, like not exactly, but it takes most of it from there. Also, let's see our vassals, how much they pay us. These are pretty good stats. I think I will get the Samos amount up and the Amastris amount up, and Rhodes can keep paying this what they want. Because in this mod, the amount that vassals actually pay you is very important, since vassals usually make up at least half of your lands. Like let's see at the Ayyubids. The Ayyubids have so many vassals that like the majority of their income is just vassals, which is what it was historically in this period. So it makes sense. Let's get the first three in Hungalever. I don't have this is unpronounceable to me. Nicaea, Nicomedia, and Abydos. And then of course this place here, Philippopolis. Also, interesting thing is that you can actually check like what lands you have. These things here, you see these, the great cities, the land of Anatolia. These are a new thing I thought of, like together with a friend of mine, which is Mineva or Minerva, which is another modder. And basically, these lands are little like provinces, which depending on who you're playing as, can give you events. You go here, you go lands, and you see all the lands that exist, which can be either lands, duchies, titles like kingdoms, imperial capitals, great cities, like you can see here, great city of Constantinople, which is our main objective here. Now let's get the farms here and here. We have farms for all our territory, actually missing Adaloya, but I don't think it's necessary for now. And then let's keep going and let's start thinking of the economic stuff. So let's start investing on our economy. Let's put the, investment up, reduce the taxes and get the economy going. Shouldn't be hard, actually should be pretty easy, since we do start with a pretty decently economic area, which is Nicomedia, and yeah. So just improving those two should bring us to at least a decent amount of economic strength. Our economy is now at 9,000, so we're just missing around... Oh, would you look at that? The Latin Empire has decided to declare war at us. We don't want this war so early. We need time to work it out. But they don't intend to make peace with us, so we'll have to prepare for actual invasions, which unfortunately are the truth of this empire. Yeah, you can see there they built 3,000 troops ready to invade us. Luckily, we can just get some loans, and if I'm not wrong, this should cover it. Mostly. Yeah. That's probably a very small amount of troops, we don't have to worry. Keep going like this. Honestly, I just hope they will accept a peace early. Okay, so they accepted peace, so we can go back to finishing our mission. I can see that they are at war with someone else now. They're at war with the Rome, which is very unfortunate. It means we'll eventually have to go to war with them ourselves. Now let's get back to improving our economy. And the Latin Empire is actually holding out pretty strongly against the attacks of the Rome Sultanate. It appears that the Latin Empire actually had a rebellion from the Thessalians and the Maroneians, which means they're starting to integrate their vassals, but at the same time they should be weaker since they don't have the support of their main vassal, which is Thessaly. Now let's see if we can finish this economic improvement. Not yet, we're very close though, very close to actually getting there. I think one more in Nicomedia should be enough to actually finish the first mission. Yes, finally. That took a while, but as you can see, very relaxed. No like obligation to finish them or stuff. The Emperor of Nicaea Mission 2. We have successfully increased our power. It is now time to begin rebuilding the army of the Empire. Increase the size of the army to 10,000. Okay, so we get a bunch of money and we gain a lot of population, which is great, honestly. Get these at the minimum, get these a bit higher. Maybe let's just lose a bit of piety a month, I don't care honestly. And now we have a bunch of money and we have a decent economy, so we're just gonna have to wait until we get enough money to actually raise an army of 10,000, which is honestly a lot in the Middle Ages. I mean, not... Okay, so another war. We have the Bulgarian Empire here that declared war against us. They are completing their mission tree, because usually they start just as Bulgarian kingdom. I hope they can accept a quick peace. They won't. I'll just do the same strategy that I did with the Niceans, which is basically wait them out. Or we can actually, okay, so as you can see they started attacking. I don't think I have enough money to actually build, I might have enough money to actually build the 10,000 army. Let me check. I do. That actually is great. Mission 3. Okay. We have finished preparation for war for Constantinople. The city of Constantine shall be ours. Re-annex Constantinople to fulfill this mission. So we are now at war once again against the Latin Empire, which you'd expect would be a tragedy, right? Because now we're in a two-front war. But in reality, it's really not. Since the Latin Empire is weakened, and it's a great way to achieve domination against the Bulgarians. These guys can directly go to Lesbos, which is right there. And we captured Constantinople. If we manage to piece them out right now, we should basically do our mission without any other, issues. Actually, you know what? I will retreat the troops that are going north and focus them on the two areas of Thrace, which are the city of Gallipoli and the city of Thracia. And get these troops just to remain here. Okay, we're keeping the conquest of the Latin Empire up. We just have to focus on not getting fucked by the Bulgarians in their northern border. We have captured the island of Lesbos, which is great, honestly. So the Bulgarians are starting to invade, as you can see. But that's not an issue, because now we can just get Constantinople. And that's all we wanted in Thrace. These guys can go directly here. And I can build more troops since I have the money. The Emperor of Nicaea, Mission 4. In a glorious ceremony in the newly restored capital, Michael Palaiologos was crowned Emperor of the Byzantine Empire. It is now time to regain our lost lands, attack and integrate Epirus and Trebizond to complete this mission. So we form the Byzantine Empire. We're back, baby. We're back. We don't gain much bonuses, honestly, but the simple fact that we are now Byzantium is of course enough for us to keep going. We've captured the main capital, which will basically be what we wanted. We just need to change it, actually. They don't have not even like half the troop amount we have. So we're just gonna go right here and back to Burgess and then capture their capital, which will be probably the final straw, and now we're basically so weak we can do whatever we want with them. They had another front. I didn't even notice their vassal, honestly. Yes, if you didn't notice, the creation of Byzantine Empire made the Thessalonians, which were not in a vassalage status with the Latin Empire, to declare their loyalty to us. So that means we got Thessaloniki and Sarai back, which is not much, but it's honestly just great to have something more. So now that the Bulgarians are basically gone, we just have to, conquer this, and we can end the war. We won't be taking much, since we don't need much, and we have other things to do, but it's still nice to expand our empire. So this is how the Byzantine Empire is looking now, including the vassals. It's a bit more, but still. I see that the Rome are still at war with the Thessalians and the Latins. It appears that Rome has not been doing their missions trees. It's also 1233, and it appears that the Ayyubids have won the Crusades. Yep, they have destroyed the army of the Christians and have fully annexed the entirety of the Levant. The Kingdom of Jerusalem only remains in Tyrus and still has 3 vassals, which are starting to want independence, of course, since they are very weak. They're still at war with a bunch of countries, a bunch of Christian countries, but eventually they will all peace out, since, of course, they aren't winning at all. Now, I think our best chance to keep going forward is to start integrating our territories, and I'm just kidding, actually, I will just continue the conquest. This time I will go after Serbia. Why Serbia? Because Serbia holds lands that we need to form the next objective, which is this land here, Kakiria and Ohrid. So hopefully they won't be much of a trouble and we can swiftly get these lands, and not really, we can, I guess not. I guess we have to go, but actually go into war with them. Okay, hopefully just this small invasion is enough to get these lands very quickly. Yes, okay, that's good. I didn't want to make a big war out of this simple conquest, honestly. Let's hope that these 1500 men are enough to conquer Epirus, which is our second target. Not at all. Okay. Stuff's going bad. No problem though. Okay, it's still not going that good. It's mostly because we have an integrated Thessaloniki, which is why we don't have many men to actually reinforce. But they're running out of people and we're not, so yeah, that's just how it's going to go. And there we go, Kefalonia and Arta are ours. The Emperor keeps expanding and now our only objective left for the mission is Trebizond, which has allied the Abkhazians, but they're pretty weak. And oh wait, that's actually pretty bad. The Abkhazians are a vassal of the Georgians and the Georgians have a full-ass empire here. So we really want these guys to like not enter the war. So we'll actually have to start integrating some stuff here, unfortunately. Also, we got a couple tech points for one of our missions. I forgot which one it was. We also finished our truce with the Latins, so eventually we can go back to actually declaring war with them. Now we have enough money to actually go to war with the Trebizondians though. And we have integrated enough provinces for it to not matter. Let's pass through our vassal of Amastris and just go right after Trebizond. Hopefully Georgia will not enter the war. What the f... This is bad. This is very bad. I was not looking at this for 2 seconds and apparently the Khazarmians, which are a huge empire that spans like all of Persia, all this entire area, has taken over Georgia, and since Abkhazia was allied to Trebizond and Abkhazia, oh my god, and now they're... Okay, my hope here is that these guys don't care about Trebizond, and if we swiftly take it over, they won't actually just try to get back at it, just let us... Oh my god, no, they won't let us have it. They won't let us have it at all. This is seriously bad. I think I will need some help. And you know what can go and be of help here? Their room, which are basically our best buddy and also hate the shit out of the what are the Khazarmians? I have no idea. Khwarezmians. I keep like mispronouncing these. I don't know why. Okay. Okay, maybe now they'll accept a fast... My hope is just that they accept like a very fast peace. But nope, not yet. We still need a third province. We can't go at this without the third province. Okay, maybe now they'll accept. I really doubt it, honestly, since we haven't done much. Yeah, they want a full war. This will be hard, guys. This will be awful. But I think we can do it, honestly. Since these guys are not reinforced that much, they have to go through Tabriz. And Tabriz can be... Actually, no, we are at war with Tabriz too. This is hell, literally. But I mean, it's part of the Byzantine campaign. It's not gonna be easy, you know? And this is easier than forming it just by conquering stuff. That would be way harder. Okay, so we have some troops in Abkhazia, which we can move back. Let's also start recruiting in Nicomedia. We have conquered like all of Georgia apart from these parts. Maybe now they will peace out. Actually, I want to take these lands. They look pretty and that's basically the entire reason I want to take them. But nope, not at all. They won't be accepting that peace, of course. It would be too easy, would be too good. They are starting to push into my provinces. They are putting very small numbers. I don't know why. Usually they would bring a bit more troops here. I believe they don't think we're enough of an enemy, which is good for us for now. But of course, we don't want that to be the continuous endgame here. They are starting to be a trouble, honestly. Okay, now we can go and do an offensive into Jermuk. Jermuk, like Jerma? Okay, never mind, shut up. Okay, we can actually capture Tabriz, which should probably demoralize them a little, at least a bit. We also killed them like where we were trespassing in their vessels, since there's that bug that everybody hates, but can be useful in these times. Okay, so we have a lot of war score, so I'm thinking we might want to vassalize the entirety of Georgia. That would be honestly a very big W for us. Though I really doubt they will allow us. No peace for us now. No peace for us. We need to keep going, I guess. They don't seem to have many troops here. I believe maybe they are at war with someone else. because that's the only explanation I can give for their very poor results in this war. But it doesn't appear so, since all their guys they're at war with are either us or our allies, which is the room. I think I'll actually legitimately ally. Actually, I won't do that because it's part of the mission tree to actually fight them. But I wasn't looking properly. Okay, I need to get these guys back. I think I'll have to like move these troops from somewhere else. Get the Kazwin, so another vassal, and Tehran. We actually, I didn't even notice, but we got the. This is the land of Persia. We got the land of Persia, specific province. We have Mesopotamia, which is a vassal of Rome. Okay. Okay, good. We even got their troops missed it. Fuck, we lost Iran. That's bad. That's really bad. Okay, let me see if they can accept a peace now. I really just want these provinces, so who cares about the old Georgia deal? Okay. I'm safe. I'm a bit like... Okay, I wanted Georgia, but I think I'll just... It's okay, I guess. Byzantine Mission 5. It is time that our old lands in the Balkans are reacquired, and as such Bulgaria must be attacked and destroyed. Annex the region of Bulgaria to complete this mission. Gain a bunch of troops, ready to fight, ready to go to war. And yeah, let's get these troops, these babies ready and on the Bulgarian border. Okay, also let's start, we're actually integrating the territories we got from the war with the Khazarmians. Okay, I think we're ready to go to war against the Bulgarians. Let's recruit these last troops and go to it. The Bulgarians will be eliminated. They have an empire too, so they have a quite amount of bonuses. We shouldn't be honestly frightened. We have a bunch of troops and I think we have the majority here. Yeah, okay, so the first passage was pretty easy. I hope that we can win even in the south here against the Moesians once they actually attack. And here we can just pass from Constantinople to Belgrade. As you can see, these brown things, there are just two in the Danube. One is here and one is here, and these are the only like actual bridges, which make it so that it's easier to pass from one province to the other. So Moesia actually declared war as expected. We'll hopefully just do a quick war against them. They shouldn't be too difficult to defeat. Oh, okay, that's bad. That's bad. I didn't think they actually had that many troops. Okay, so these guys have to go back here. Just hoping that the Moesians don't liberate the capital of the Bulgarians. Okay, we had pretty much a lot of luck here. I think we can take them with what we got, hopefully. A couple more troops wouldn't hurt, but you know, I think we can do it. I think we're about to do it. Okay, that was a swift war. Let's annex everything they got behind the Danube and even get ourselves. Actually, we can fully annex them, which is great. More than I expected. Byzantium's final frontier. The Sultanate of Rome has been a thorn in our side for a long time. Their conquest of our rightful provinces of Anatolia started in the 11th century. With our newly established power base, we now possess the capabilities to assault them and then their domain over Asia Minor, interior. To fulfill the final mission, conquer and annex the entirety of the region of Anatolia directly. This will be a doozy, boys. This will be a doozy. We can't evade this one, so we have to just fight it. We don't have enough troops, let's be honest with ourselves. We do have a couple here, which is good. And we will gain a couple money here, a couple treasury bucks from the mission. And we'll gain a lot of movement points, which is probably very good, because actually we can use all the movement points to just fill out our loans rights. And with all the loans filled out, we actually have way more than enough to build troops with. Okay, we still have a bunch of movement points here, so I'm just gonna start building everywhere. Nicaea, Trabzon. Actually, Trabzon is kind of shitty. Arleia, of course, and even Hungaveldir. This is probably the best we could probably get. These guys are still too little to make something with, so this is the best case scenario we have. Now, let's the invasion start. Are these guys like still at war with these? No, they're not. They're just not peacing out, which is very annoying. But whatever, we'll be peacing out since we won the mission tree. We won everything. We got Asia Minor. Well, I think this is it, guys. We don't really need anything else. I guess I could send a quick ultimatum to the Latin Empire and see if they're weak enough or we can just annex them. And yeah, we can do that since we had a lot of troops, so let's be honest. We're in massive debt, but it's over, guys. Let's be honest. We have basically everything we wanted to. This is a decent Byzantine Empire. If we consider that we started with 6 provinces, now we have 46. And we have 2 vassals, which are still Samos and Amastris. So this is a good representation of what Crusaders mod is all about. Actually, it's not, since we did play as a nation that already starts with like an empire, and we did not participate in the Crusades. So I think I just lied here, since we have a lot of more stuff we can do in this mod, which I didn't show. But I will be showing it in the later video. Oh my god. Oh my god. The Ayyubids, bro. Reverse Crusade, man. For real. Reverse Crusade. They actually very much hate us. Man, okay. So never mind. This is where I'll end the video. I hope you enjoyed. The mod will be out very soon. Click the video once it's out so you can download it, because it would be a real shame if you miss it, honestly. I put a lot of work into it. We can see each other next time. Goodbye.